Okay, that'll be me, and my speech, PIs verbally, and pronoun she, they. My speech will start now. On our side of the house, we simply play for one important fact. Dating app itself aren't bad, but the rise and the increased usage of this is to some extent harmful. And we actually urge OO to take this seriously because all throughout this case, they have been talking about how dating app is so meaningful, how it is so good to every generations, but they have never mentioned how the rise of it, which means that more and more people are starting to use this. How this is actually beneficial on their side of the house. And we believe that at the end of the day, both sides' goal is to improve human experience and relationship. And our side, we believe that we're able to do this better by offline and face-to-face interactions because both sides is like their aim is one thing. And we believe that both opposition and proposition are working on ways to improve the human experiences with each other. So first of all, moving forward to our rebuttals for side OO. They talked a lot on how attraction happens on both sides of the house and their side seems to connect people better. This is totally false since OO has a higher chance of people not end up talking much because of endless other attractive options out there. And we believe that the biggest difference between online and offline dating is long-term investment and options, right? When people have less options, they tend to appreciate things around them more, which means that if I only have 2 pens or if I only have 2 of my favorite t-shirts, I will tend to appreciate them more and only wear them on the best occasions. But now I have like 10 of the best t-shirts, which means that I can wear them whenever I like. And if I have more money, more options, which means I will less likely to appreciate other stuff. And this is exactly what happens with side OO. On the other hand, on side opening opposition, people will just keep on swiping until they find someone, meaning that you have a choice to choose a person based on their looks. However, on our world, the choice is limited, which means it is better, and this means that things come more natural, and you actually like somebody for their personality moving forward. However, it's easier to tell lies about yourself online, and this will lead to disappointment even further. For example, when people online tends to want to attract other people and they tend to tell lies, and this is similar to catfishing, which means that you're being someone that you're actually not. And they also mentioned the fact on how people can, this is like a space for people without fear and objection and judgment. This is completely false since I believe that on our first speaker, we have clearly explained how this is a place that's very likely to happen with discrimination and scams, which I'll explain further in our argument. And they also talk about how it is more accessible and there's more chance, more autonomy, and especially with vulnerable group. I'll also tackle this in our argument later. So first of all, a couple of things our set wanted to make clear is that first off, it's important to note that people use dating apps for multiple purposes. The intended purpose, the original purpose is to find love, connect with other people, and maybe find your significant other. While some significant young people may use them for fun, which means that their purpose isn't to make deep connections with somebody, they just want to chat with somebody for the sake of their entertainment. And some people use them for scamming purposes, for money, luxurious items, or fraud. So coming to the rebuild, which we believe that on our side, we have made it very clear how the rise of dating apps undermine impactful relationships and how this encourages unhealthy and unharmful relationship bonds. Because the constant exposure to a large pool of potential partners can lead to unrealistic expectations about what a relationship should look like, about what your partner should look like, or potentially leading to dissatisfaction with real life partners. And about choice, right? When people are like presented with too many options, they tend to become pickier and more dissatisfied and always seeking a better option. And we believe that people, they are very hard to be satisfied because as human beings, we're always looking for something better. We're always looking for something more beautiful, and we're always constantly looking for something more beautiful, which dating app does just that to human beings. And this can, it can make us missing out on meaningful relationship. So coming to our main arguments on how apps like this can enable toxic behaviors like ghosting, or it can even lead to someone on with little intention of commitment, and it can even lead to catfishing, pretending to be someone else online, and it can also lead to fraud and scams, etc. Because when you use dating apps, it's undeniable that you will be exposed to like numerous scams online, just like the app Omegle when it hooked users up with a random person online. The fact that you can even be scammed by people you meet in the real world doesn't compare anything to being scammed online, because your face is everywhere, including your name, nationality, and hobbies. And this is particularly harmful to women, and especially people in vulnerable groups, since a lot of people, that we said before, there's lots of purposes when we meet someone online, especially for someone with entertainment purposes and scamming purposes. Before I move on, I'll take that quickly. If there's none, I'll move on. So dating apps have also led to an increase in casual hookups, which often prioritize instant gratification over emotional fulfillment, which means that people, they just want to go there so that they can meet someone and talk for fun and no intendment on deep relationships. And further, the impact of this is that before dating apps, people, they primarily met partners through mutual friends, work, school, or community gathering settings that encourage trust and long-term investment, which means that they know this person for a long time, and which means that they have to work hard in order to get that person. And let's note that meeting people in real life takes confidence, effort, and emotional intelligence. And all of this are essential for building like a strong and long-lasting relationships. And when you meet somebody face to face, you have to learn how to read body language, and you have to like pick up on cues, and you have to do a lot of things in order to get to know this person. Well, online, it's very easy for you to just tell a lie, and the other will just tell a lie, and it's like a relationship full of lies, and you just keep lying until you get to that person and until you're able to win that person's heart. And we believe that this is like extremely harmful, especially for teenagers, because by then they don't know what is the meaning of relationships, and they keep on lying just to get what they want. And the result is a generation that struggles to connect, if not lying, and struggle to connect face to face, even communicate, and even commit to something. And this makes relationship over time more fragile, shallow, and short-lived. So overall, we believe that OG should win this debate, because we explained to you how dating apps is harmful and how the rise of this is harmful to people, especially for teenagers and especially for people with bad purposes.